Hi guys, it's me, Joseph Anderson again, and for this video that I will be dedicated to the month of love in February 2026, I should be talking about a very interesting song from one of the Midnight Club games. I believe that it was not number one, but I could be wrong on that. It's a Eurotrance little number, and it's called Silver Screen. And then the music video for some reason has this shower scene in it for whatever reason. Even though I don't think that there's a shower scene in the actual video itself, but it's written and played by by Felix the Housecat, which, if you think about the name, kind of sounds like one of them 60s or 70s bands, predominantly disco and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun, that one, that name. And I know that those people have been featured in a bunch of racing games, most notably Midnight Club, and then in Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, I believe. Could be wrong on that too. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I love this song. It's really awesome, and the music video that goes with it, it's very it's like a visual feast. Although like some of the other artwork videos that go along with some of the more obscure songs, this would tend to be more visual and less commonsensical, because some of the ideas that some of the things that are featured in the video itself are so bizarre and so out there that you can obviously tell this was like it's kind of surrealist art project that they did figure themselves out. Let me put the most amount of weird shit in that video, and let's see if we can make people try to make sense out of it. And you know what? In a weird way, it kind of does. In much the same way that Alice in Wonderland makes a lot of sense, as Alice in there is could be viewed as a person going through a psychotic break. You know, seeing all kind of weird, fantastical things. And I say that because in the video itself, there's the part where the main girl in there is going through like a rabbit hole, like along a hallway, to the beat of bim bim bum, and then the symbol pow, beep 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 pow, and that's kind of funny. But then she peers through like an unlocked mailbox you would unlock with a key and stuff. And then she finds a little scene of a telephone with I'm assuming with two white guys eating soup really quickly, and they're around the black guy that's taking a real time with it and drinking his wine. I have no idea what that's supposed to symbolize or whatever, but it's still pretty cool visual. And he's the only guy that actually has any lines in this movie, in this little video, besides the main lyrics of it. I'll get to that in a minute. But the weirdness ends when she runs out of the building barefoot because that's like a big important detail for this. She runs out barefoot, and the music, the lyrics in it change to like ta-da, 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 ta-da. It really resembles one of Nicki Minaj's songs called Turn Me On, which I was gonna do for this month, but because of what she did with Trump and all that, I'm not even gonna bother with her. Or Kanye West for that matter. Or Kid Rock on top of that. But it says as she's running through a field of long grass and wildflowers that you'll never be home again. So that a bunch of things in that this fantasy world keeps on going, infinity and stuff. That's one of the reasons why I put on this t-shirt that says I have issues with Deadpool on it. It's one of my favorite shirts. So, being that Deadpool was also a Valentine movie, Valentine movie when it first came out in February, which I find really funny. By the way, okay, now the main lyrics of this little masterpiece. They were forming lyrics, and they repeat themselves mostly during this 3.5 minute song. It's actually really funny. This is where the whole love and the physical aspect of love comes in. Okay. Now I'll break them down when I get done singing them. But they also have the producer / like person in there singing like love is you are love, like I think he's trying to say something like deep and meaningful and philosophical, like you are the music or something like that, but it's so weird and so low pitch that you can barely hear it. So excuse me if I get everything right with what he says. And it's also hypnotic in it too. But anyway, sweet seduction in a magazine, okay, and endless pleasure in a limousine, in the bag shakes a tambourine, and then naked kicking from a silver screen. Anyway, that's really funny. This whole thing, because basically it's a repeat of the same lyrics. In fact, the lyrics are being sung or lip synced by, I believe that's the same streetwalker in the same outfit as the one from the song Boom 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 by the Vega Boys. Anyway, I think that that's like I think that this one came out first before that song came out, but still, it might have been like a continuation of that weird, trippy song number about sex. So anyway, with the sweet seduction magazine, I think that pretty much stands for itself. Saying that, mentioning the Gentleman's Magazine, Playboy Hustler, and Unlike too, as well as the endless pleasure in a limousine. I think that pretty much stands for itself too. I don't really have to explain it, but I will say that I will say that I don't I don't care about the endless pleasure part of it. I want the limousine. In fact, during my prom, my dad drove around a limousine for me. He borrowed a limousine from somebody, and he drove me around in it, with my date for prom. And it was actually really funny, because at the other end was my mother with the wheelchair, making it very, very special for me and my date. Anyway, those are the gold days. So anyway, it's a year now. In the bed plays a tambourine, which I believe that they have a tambourine in here, but I think it could also mean something to do with sex. Like the beat of the Europop thing, the synthesizer, could have been meant for beating sexual organ together and all that. So it could have been a reference to Snoo. But I find it very rare that any song actually mentioned the word tambourine in it. I find it weird that they would have mentioned any instrument whatsoever, but still it's pretty cool. And nicotine from a silver screen, or maybe it's the silver screen. You have your tiles up there, and it's pretty interesting, pretty nice. But I never got into nicotine whatsoever. My parents did. My father quit smoking several times. My mother, God bless her, never quit smoking. She tried though, but she never did. And that was the case. But of all different types of cancer that she had, she never developed lung cancer or throat cancer or any kind of gum disease associated with smoking. So figure that one out. I have no idea how that comes out. Well, anyway, God bless her, and God bless my father too, and anybody else, my family too. So anyway, I think it could reference the fact that many people in old Hollywood used to smoke cigarettes with the extender thing, the extender stick, so that the hand be like a here, and they'd be taking puffs like this. Yeah, that type of thing. Like Audrey Hepburn in the Little Black Dress. I forgot what that movie was called. But this is like in the 40s, 50s, 60s Hollywood. And there was also the fact that many kids, I'm sure my parents included, probably were pressured by TV and movies to start smoking it up and not give it up. So that was that. So I think that's what it is. And then the guy, the black guy singing the music in you, all that. I think he was supposed to be like almost like a Morpheus, like trying to bring the main girl into like a reality type scenario. And they use a formula too to reinforce the whole you are in a dream world, you are in a fantasy world, and that you should wake up from it by any means that's necessary and break free of the machine and this fantasy world that's suffocating and all that. Some of the other images in this video just find that weird, which is 100% loved by me, because one thing involves a woman, a young lady that's obviously cranked in her head, and she's working out of what looks like a novelty jumbo-sized condom, like an alien resurrected with Ripley busting out that big clear trash bag, and they have, of course, they have the Hypnotoad in there. They have Morpheus in there too, and kind of think that I think those two white boys that are around the black guy could actually be the agents, representatives of the agents of the Matrix, trying to act faster than he can react. I don't know, just something weird. And there's also Alice in Wonderland and now Gen Imagery in the Matrix movie too. So that could pretty well too. But let's see here. There's also the woman that in the little in between the mailboxes, if you will, space in between it. And then there's the part where the girl that's obviously the main character, she reaches in and strokes the girl in the underwear's face. And then she licks her hand for some reason. I don't know, you could get the kind of pleasure out of that. The pleasure out of spit painting, if you will. I don't get it either. Let's see here. But it's European. You're not supposed to understand European artwork like this fully. If you try to apply every psychological reasoning to it, you go insane. Nuttier than the people that made this movie. Let's see here. There's oh yeah, I should point out that whenever they do the lyrics and then they do the real fast like synth wave stuff, it resembles when they had the guy in Michael Jackson's what was it now? Black or White, where they had one of the black guys doing the face shifting thing, and he was going. That's remind me of a little bit. And let's see, well, of course, the frog. And it's very, very good. The video. I highly recommend you watch it. Put the link to that below in the description below. But yeah, it's very cool. I'm just glad that we got the original version of this in the Midnight Club game, because I know that in the Need for Speed game they altered the song so much that it was almost unrecognizable. It was called Rocket Ride, which I offer to women all the time, but they won't take it. No, I'm not talking about anything we get taken off. I'm talking about riding on my scooter like a motorcycle, but they won't take it. They feel that their weight plus my own will ruin the rocket. But I really want to put 2 other guys on there, each weighing about 250 pounds each. So I know that my scooter can take a beating. It can keep pounding and keep on ticking. I know I messed that up a little bit, but you get the point. So yeah. also it had to do with the Japanese rocket motorcycles. That's a whole different song. I might cover that one too. Maybe not this month, but eventually we'll do that. So anyway, they also have the weird escape scene, which comes back to reality outside of a plant. I don't know why it's important to have her run barefoot. Maybe because it's easier to run away in heels. I don't know, or from the system or whatever work. And it's real quick with good song video to go with it. Let's see here. Yeah, I pretty much covered it. So thank you for watching my video on Silver Screen by Felix the Housecat. And it's pretty fun. This video is very nice. The lyrics are a little bit too repetitive for my liking, but still it's pretty fun. It reminds me a little bit of the whole, you are in a simulation. You have to drown out everything else, so they provide good white noise for it. Like having the 4 lyrics repeat themselves ad nauseum. And then they have the guy, like Morpheus, bringing the reality of the situation to you, which is fine. Anyway, I did this for my month Love in February 2026 because of the endless pleasure in limousine and the sweet seduction in a magazine. And we all want to get with the people in magazine, the beautiful people, as they call them. So like Vanessa Hudgens, Charlize Theron, I'm sure you probably want to get with Ryan Reynolds. Not a Deadpool reference. And other rich people and good-looking celebrities. Or anyway, I give this an evening by Felix the Housecat. The Housecat. Big face seal of approval because it's very awesome to play this, to hear this, to see all the random visuals. But I gotta point out that during one of the parts of this little visual feast, there is a part where they have like a strobe light effect. It's not as annoying as some of the other songs that I have on here or movies, but it's enough that I think it would warrant a warning to people who are susceptible to seizures. Because I think it will trigger them. So, if you like what you see here, you want to see more of my videos and such, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also, contact me for future information on my videos by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707. Or you can follow me on Twitter or X if you prefer call that at PNelsonPro. Also, my email is at jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So I just even like Felix the Housecat music or any type of Euro trance pop or anything to do with video game soundtracks because they're pretty awesome. Have a little bit for everybody. And so this video is very full of weird and bizarre imagery, which is what we need right now. Very funny, very interesting, psychological type music video. I'm sure that if you ask the next person over what this means or what these images mean, they will come up with something completely different than what you say, like a roasted chest. And peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video, all you girls and guys. Until then, ciao ciao. Muestra arrivederci. Sayonara. Ciao ciao.